I always mute out because when I start this thing to record it, I don't know why it feels the need to talk to me now. It's never done that before. It's obnoxious. But I knew this move on gold. I knew this was coming this week too. I had posted something like to the group just at the beginning of the week on the dollar and both gold. And gold was holding this daily support on this like violated head and shoulders here after this failure to break out. These were two really good signs that this thing was going to shoot up out of here this week. So I've been bullish on gold this week. And for me to miss that big explosion out of there this morning is just annoying to say the least. But that big daily head and shoulders here, I took that trade last week. Ignore the noise, but not last week, last year. The same exact setup happened with gold here. It broke underneath a huge daily support and put a left shoulder and a right shoulder. It was just way too obvious to me. So that is why I waited for that daily candle to close and violate that. And I just attached a swing trade to that daily candle that it breaks at and put a stop below the low. And you could trade that upside to fill back into the range. Same thing happens here. Get daily candles that close above it. You can put a swing trade on and put it below the lows and then just swing it back into the highs. So that was really my idea with the gold markup this week. I figured this thing was going to make its move back. But let's wait and see. Let's see how this opens. We have 5 minutes. So really, I don't want to see a lot of downside here because prices pushed back up into this. There was like big bullish candle that closed back above the highs, like a retest. I really want to start to see this candle start to move back up. Once that happens, you could play the breakout if this thing will set up for us. See, GJ2, typically, like, I feel like with volume, this thing's going to continue to drop here. There's not a great range. Like on the 30-minute, it's okay. It's like 8 pips. I would anticipate this continues to break down because like the last few weeks, this thing's been trading to the downside. And last night on London session, price had really failed to break out this morning. Pre-New York just created a resistance there and lower highs. Now it's breaking out to the downside. So I think it continues, but again, just not a clean range. Just really no clean range until down below here. 152, 360. If we can get sells underneath here this week, this will be a pretty good move. But yeah, if I were to take this trade underneath this low, I would probably set the break even once price gets near the support here, because again, this is already like, I would be at break even right now. This is already like 7 pips. So if it were to continue to drop, I would probably have to scale out like 90% right where it's at and leave 10% to see if price can continue dropping to this 1 hour support here. Also not my favorite trade today. Not a clean range here, so but it was a good breakout. Price is running now. So with volume, it could break that low and then continue to move. But yeah, not my idea today. See, we got 3 minutes here for this.
You think we'll hit 1867 in about 4 to 6 days?
Seems doable. Yeah, because this clean range here, right? You've got a clean range up into 1858. 1860. So this clean daily range, this could definitely be cleaned up here. It's pretty nice. I would say at least 1860, 1858. Because you got to
The
think
dollar
like,
took a hit today.
yeah, what do you think about that?
Inflation.
Because Hussein, I had that daily markup in my channel. I was getting almost a bit concerned because you see any other time that the price hits into that, it just melted off. It was a 3-day interval every time. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and you have 1, 2, 3 here. This time when it hit, it just kept building that daily support and hitting its head, you know? And I had I had this markup in the channel too that I was watching this. That's why I wanted it to break under 92 flat, because then it would really lock in that high for me on the dollar. But
Also, we got Powell speaking at 12 my time. So
so
it's gonna be very, very volatile.
so 10 o'clock my time here in pretty
No,
much.
2 p.m. your time.
Oh yeah. You're right. You're right. My bad. I've got it reverse here.
No, you're good. But
I'll
yeah,
have
it's
to
gonna
listen
be
to it.
it should be insane if because they were saying they're trying to press him to raise interest rates. So we'll see.
Raise them early.
Yeah, because he promised to raise them by 22, 23.
Yep.
Well, 23, but that obviously that's massive inflation. And that's what we're seeing right now in the economy. So they're gonna try to push him to raise it.
Yeah,
So
they're trying to announce that the inflation is not going to be that bad.
No, it's gonna be bad.
It's going to be bad.
the inflation report that came out yesterday was higher than expected. Every time the Fed talks, they try to play everything off. That's the problem, is like every investor, every trader knows you don't buy things today with tomorrow's money. And that's exactly what the Fed does. They just worry about tomorrow. They do everything with today's money and worry about tomorrow when tomorrow comes. It's just seems so idiotic to me, but
I mean, last time Powell spoke, I think it was like a month ago or something. But when he spoke, the news went crazy because he basically said, "Yeah, we're gonna have massive inflation, but it's just temporary, and it's normal. We're gonna have massive inflation for now until we get back on track." But we all know how the Fed works with the economy. They definitely don't go back on track. So,
yeah, it's funny to me that, what was it, in the 70s they called it a war on inflation. Today they're just calling it transitory. Just I mean, history doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes. That's, what do you think is going to happen? The same exact thing. Hussein, I was going to say too, what do you think about this? Probably short term, if they raise the interest rates, it might kill gold short term, but ultimately it's going to have a positive effect. Obviously, inflation's its best friend. Singing, and I don't mean like kill it like it's going to melt back off maybe past 1800, but at least it's going to probably have some downside effect to it. I don't know.
oh yeah, it'll have a downside effect to gold, but what you have to understand is looking on a bigger scale from a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, the
Yeah.
Fed basically put America into a position where if they raise interest rates, we're screwed. If they lower interest rates, which means go negative, we're screwed. So regardless, we're screwed.
They've got
They
backed
can
into the
make it look
corner.
nice, but it's definitely not going to look nice. I mean, in California, homeowners are raising people's rent by $100, $200.
Yeah, it's insane.
So it's crazy out here.
My brother's getting out of there, by the way. He's trying to.
Yeah, I am as well.
He's gonna go to Florida. I'm gonna meet him out there.
Yeah, I'm planning to move to Texas or Tennessee. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
D Wayne. Dog, D Wayne caught the breakout on gold this morning. He was selfish with it too. He was quiet.
He's been quiet for the past 2 weeks.
He didn't say nothing. Anybody will make some money and he's happy, but he can't do it for us.
Yeah.
Selfish D Wayne. That's selfish.
All right, market's open.
Gotta make my money and get out of there.
Oh, by the way, I did post inside of my the Telegram channel. Let me pull this up real quick. I did post in there too. I have this I posted a link for it as well. I have a this pretty cool like hardback. It's a hardcover trading journal. It's pretty cool. So I showed a couple pictures in there of like the trading log and just the daily how it's kind of subsectioned and all that. It's pretty cool. So I put the link in there to it as well. And the reason that yeah, it's the reason that it reminded me was Pietro's in here.
You trying to tell us these millions of sticky notes are not good?
Yeah, exactly. You know, it looks a lot more clean and just it's better than a normal notebook. It's for trading, so it's like
It's very nice. It's very nice.
yeah, Hussein, you have yours too. Hussein
Yeah.
has his, and a couple of people out of No Risk have got some, I believe. So pretty cool. What up, Pietro?
Thank you, Tanner. Thank you.
Yes, no problem, brother. And I'm not paid for that advertisement. I mean, Pietro, you can send me some money if you want, but
I will.
Hey, send me some signals and we're good.
yeah.
Yeah. I was looking at GJ. Made a nice run on the low. Nice manipulation. On the lower time frame. They had a 50-minute candle.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, I we were just talking about that too, and I was talking about how you gotta probably scale out 90% there because this happens here. It wasn't a very big range, but yeah, I mean, I think on the weekly this thing is still, let's see if it on the weekly it's it's still pretty bullish, but once we started to top out up here and come back down, I figured we were gonna have some downside on this. The daily's still kind of falling down. I would say like you could play buys on this, but under 152 410, it's pretty clean range to continue falling here, so gotta be mindful of that. But you're right, it dipped straight below there, closed back above. Now this 15-minute candle starting to break this one could be the idea that you're going to start to see this move back to the upside, because like you said, it just dropped straight below the lows here, push back bullish. Now you've got a support held and this candle's breaking the highs. So my idea though this week is to
that double bottom over there is gonna get taken. That's liquidity right there.
Yep, you're right, brother. It's gotta go.
Yeah, I wanted to play just a quick scalp long just to close the imbalance, like around like 152 153, just to close the structure and then bam, another deep short. If you look on the 15 minutes, but it's more of a scalp like on the 5 minutes.
I guess
I don't
then
know.
what are you going to risk back to then?
Sorry?
What are you going to risk back to? Back below this low?
I'm not seeing an entry right now. If the market comes back and mitigates the order like around 152.840, 152.868, if the market comes back there, then I'm gonna place the stop below the candle that broke structure, which is the candle that's on the 1 minute at 629. That's the candle that broke structure back again on 1 minute. It's a scalp. So if you look at the 6:29 a.m., which for you will be the 8:29, I guess.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah.
That candle broke structure, and the sell to buy like around that area. If we close that gap that's in the market, the imbalance, I'm gonna enter there and then go for the bullish structure closing at 152.950, around 152.950. There is the small gap in the market needs to be closed, but I guess it's doing it right now, so no, there's no trade. And usually that's what it does. When it goes into like a demand zone, the market like accumulates and then goes first for the structure closing and then makes another low. And then after it makes the low, either it continues down or it makes the real move up. That's what I noticed for the New York session. But we'll see. Yeah, it's closing there.
Hey, Tanner, I'm gonna send some Discord if you want to open it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Basically, Powell's speech today was released. That's why the dollar took a hit. He said monetary policy will continue to deliver powerful support until the recovery is complete, which apparently won't be for a long time. Inflation is being temporarily boosted by base effects as the sharp pandemic-related price declines from last spring. And the article says, although as noted yesterday, that does not explain why 2022 inflation forecasts are rising.
Dude, I just wonder, like, you see what it's doing and you just continue to do the same thing. What do you think is going to happen? I just don't understand why people buy into it still.
Stomps.
I just feel like gold, I feel like gold should be, this thing should be just ripping out of here at this point. I don't understand how we're not back above 1900.
I say give it another year. It'll pass. It'll hit 2,500 next year, probably.
I was thinking too, the time to trade it would probably be like after summertime, maybe a little more reality kicks in. Maybe you have flu
Gold and
season
silver
too.
do perform well during the winter time.
Yeah,
like going into winter and spring.
Yeah, that was kind of my thought with it. And another thing I was thinking was they're already starting to kind of pump this Delta variant for COVID. And
an article came out today that said the variant is only hitting places that have low vaccine rates.
oh my God.
Not saying people shouldn't get the vaccine. Obviously, everybody does what they want, but that was funny to me.
Bro, the things that they come up with is just, it's unreal. Seriously, my thing is, what's the point of getting the vaccine if you can get COVID again? There's been a lot of people that have got the vaccine that have COVID. I don't understand that.
I mean, Pfizer came out yesterday and said that people may need to take a third shot. So
it's insane, bro. My sister's a doctor, and she was telling me a few weeks ago that one of her friends took it and just literally dropped dead, like stopped breathing, just dropped dead.
It's crazy.
That's insane. That's just, they're literally just testing things on humans like they're freaking rats. I'm okay.
Yeah, I just heard somebody in my channel, their mother just died overnight from fighting the vaccine.
It's
Most of
crazy,
the people
bro.
I know that are getting it aren't even getting it to protect themselves from COVID. They're doing it because they want to go get like their master's degree or they want to go to the Yankee game. It's a little nuts.
Yeah, I mean it's a very sensitive topic, obviously.
Oh yeah, very sensitive. People get very worked up about these topics.
Like them.
Yeah, I mean, like Hussein said, everyone's their own human. You can do what you want, but I hear a lot of horror stories, and I'm okay. I took the risk during the heart of everything, still going out, and was fine. Now let's take the risk now.
Yeah. I had COVID, I think in May. Was it May last year? Yeah.
Dude, I had it 3 times. One of the times I was in the ER getting surgery, and apparently I had it literally in like the midst of everything. These guys stuffed me away in like this top floor of this hospital. Like, it was like I was a zombie or something. It was insane.
If you had it 3 times, you're good to go.
Huh?
Hey,
If you had it 3 times, you're good to go.
Yeah. Oh
Hey.
yeah. I'm perfect.
hey,
What's up? Who's
Hey.
tracking?
Have you ever been to Zambia? You don't know they stop people. How do you know they stop them like that in Zambia? You know. What's up?
What
What's
up?
up, TK?
What are you guys looking at?
Um,
Seeing you guys reading some old stuff. Come on, give me something to eat. I'm hungry. It's
we're
pretty new.
reading Powell's inflation.
He's speaking in 6 hours, 5 hours.
Who cares? Get Powell out of the way and open the chat. Let's look for something to eat.
You know me, I love my economics.
Come on, some good macroeconomics. Trap King.
I'm hungry.
You got you took an EU trade this week too.
Yeah, I called it live. I called it live on this Zoom. I called it live on your Zoom. You
Yeah,
remember?
I know. Yeah, I remember because let me go back to EU and the line is still there, I bet. Oh, it's not anymore. It was literally, you guys remember last week when Trap King said he wanted
I
to see
called it
EU come up here.
760 was the price. I called.
Cut out.
He cut out. But some of you guys were on here when we talked about this, or when Trap King did.
Now,
It's a good 100 pip drop there. But I'll share this in my Telegram too and see. Who's saying, didn't they ban Zero Hedge on Twitter or something like that, or Instagram?
I don't know. I stood on there though.
Yeah, man. Gold today. I mean, sometimes I have the most internal fights with myself in trading that one could probably ever have. I wanted to see this thing close a 15-minute candle like up into this, and then off the open, dude, this thing just rips 100 pips. It's insane.
Yeah, I was seeing gold bullish today. I was looking at it last night. Pretty bullish. I didn't pay too much attention to it.
Here's the thing too. I put in this I don't know if you're looking at the screen, but I had put this in my channel in the beginning of the week that the head and shoulders had failure to break out and price was holding support on the violated head and shoulders. And I thought that there would be upside on gold, and I still missed the move. Was a pretty good idea there. And on the weekly, you see there's a huge trend that now we're really bouncing off of this trend line here. Price is really bouncing off of this. So it's hit it a few times. We rejected it down here. Big weekly close last week. Created a low of the week this week and are pushing to the upside. So seems to me like 1860 is inevitable this week. You trade anything today or no?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I'm just watching today. And just paying attention to what's going on. Every day, you don't need to be a trading day. I see gold probably hitting 1854. It could hit today, but probably by tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe when Powell speaks today, it'll stir up the pot a little bit.
Yeah. Definitely see 1854, but
Man, I was almost getting concerned with the dollar, and I had said that I thought this was going to be the yearly highs up here. And if price starts to close back below like 91,500 with daily candles, I might be saved on my analysis here. This is like at
One thing I know
79%.
for sure is the dollar should hit 81, 82 on a long term basis. This is on a monthly chart I'm looking at.
Yeah. I had the same thought, that multi-year low, because look at how it's like pretty clean. Like it's not that choppy of a move to the downside into 80. I would think that that move to the downside is going to just really do the same thing, just break and be a pretty clean move. It should. I imagine the monthly probably looks even cleaner. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, because if you think about it, if what time frame are you on? If you look at the weekly, we are in a pretty big range right now from 93 to 90.
Uh-huh.
So once we break either side, that'll determine the next 3 to 5 years of how the dollar's going to move.
It's really like with gold too. It's just in a huge range here. So when it finally decides to break, it's gonna rip again.
Yep.
Okay, okay. I need somebody to tell me a country I want to go to because man. Listen, the government in Nigeria is making up some policies that is making the network go so bad. So tell me a country you want me to go to, man.
America.
I'm tired, you know. Everybody was screaming America.
Don't, hey, King. Don't come here, bro. Go to Costa Rica or some shit.
Go to Costa Rica? What's happening in Costa Rica?
I don't think you got nothing to worry about over there.
It's amazing over there.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to go to any country.
Hey, wait. I agree with Douglas. Start our own country.
Oh, that is a good idea. And you know what? The whole country's built of big skyscrapers that are all trading floors and no other job is allowed.
Hey, Douglas, have you heard about owning sovereign land? I was actually looking into that last year. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I don't want to go to any country that has mafias, you know.
Go to Puerto Rico. You get good really good tax break there too.
Oh, okay.
Trap King, do you guys pay taxes there or no?
Oh my goodness, I don't even know how to answer that question because I don't even know. It's crazy, man. It's great. I mean, it can be tracked over here, you know. So if whether you pay or you don't pay, nothing happens. It can't really be tracked. Fine, okay, we have major companies in Nigeria that have to pay their taxes, but I mean, some of them skip their taxes. And I mean, there's actually one that came into the country and they've been here for over 15 years. And I just saw on the news, was it last week on Friday, where the government said that they have never paid their taxes. They stepped into the country. And I'm like, oh my goodness, 15 years and I've been paying bills. It's crazy. It's crazy.
When I was in Iraq, I remember the landlord would come to the house, say, hey, it's rent time. People would just like, no, shut up, I'm not paying this month. They would kick the landlord out.
Who's
and
saying
then the
what?
electricity guy would come, he'd be like, hey, it's bill time. They'd be like, nope, get out of my house.
Hussein, I was gonna ask, what were you guys doing with those sticks over there? Like you had a stick like poking the electric box on the
power
post.
generator. Electricity went out every like few hours, so there's a backup generator. You just switch it on.
So as a matter of fact, as I speak with you now, there's currently power is out right now. It's been out since I woke up, and I'm not expecting it till probably the next 5 hours. You know, so I mean, over there where you guys are in the first world countries, when you guys see electricity, just enjoy it, you know, because here we'll pay anything to get it.
That's true.
That's so crazy to me that it's like that.
You gotta experience it,
bro. I'm telling you,
I guess it's a humbling experience, but I don't honestly.
Yeah, to be honest,
no offense, I don't really want to experience it.
That's it, because I mean, for the people, for most of the people over here that had the opportunity to go outside and see how things happen, when they get back, they become more pissed that okay, I mean, our leaders actually travel to all these places. They see things happening, but come on, do it for the African people. But they say no. So it's crazy. Is that crazy? You know, you have to fight. I mean, you can't fight the government and win. You know, you can only make so much noise.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot to it, man. It is what it is. Gotta do
You
what
guys
we
know what I
can.
might do here real quick?
My
just to
week
clear
has
up?
really.
I might, man, this seems like might be kind of risky, but never mind. I'm not gonna do it. We can watch it. I'm not gonna do it. I was
Yeah,
gonna
What are
say,
you
yeah,
planning?
I don't think you should.
if GJ breaks back below this low, I think it's gonna take this wick out and make a bigger move on the 30-minute. But
GJ was actually the only good trade I saw last night or this morning. It
yeah,
was a really nice sell.
and I really want to put the risk on there and just say, screw it and trade it. But I know it's just
I actually
What's
buy
up?
on GJ this morning. I actually called a buy on GJ this morning, but I chose not to call it out. Why? Because I mean that's why I like what Colin did in the group. I asked him a question. I said, "Why didn't you buy?" He says, "Because my bias is a seller." I'm like, okay. Now people are learning. You don't just jump in the market because you want to jump in. You wait for the market to hit your spot and you take the trade. So you need to probably skill to take. I mean, I've had a really slow week. I just did not want to really say much. I want you guys to have a feel of like to stay, look around, everything, and then still stay patient. Now, want to just chill, relax. There were two beautiful trades that have been posted in that group, not by me, but by the traders there. One of them by Blackburn, the other one by Colin. Blackburn posted a gold. Look at that move, over 200 pips, no drawdown.
Whoa,
Posted a gold.
hold
And
up.
Colin GJ.
Tracking, I was gonna bring this up with you too. Somebody had said something yesterday. And hold up. Let me find this. Got a lot of chatter in here this week. Oh, he's talking about trading the traps, and he said, cannot make this up. Glorious precision. That thing tapped straight into where he had his buy and just ripped out of there. It's just
Look at that.
insane.
You know how many pips. And guess what? If you notice, I was talking on my zone, and I made reference to it again when the week started. But unfortunately, the market did down, hit the stop loss, and then still went our direction. And I'm like, okay, you win. Problems. But then I saw this beautiful setup posted Black, but I'm like, take my money back from this page. I mean, after the whole news, the moment the news settled, what happens next? I mean, you can't make that up.
Yeah, the news was a bit whiplashy to yesterday.
And to be honest, I didn't even know there was news. All the way everywhere. I'm like, what?
You guys know what I think I'm gonna do here.
I don't.
I think I'm going to. You look at GJ like we talked about on the 4-hour and daily. Things have been trading to the downside here. I really like to see price go below 152,400. 15-minute created a high pre-New York. It's been creating lower highs ever since. If this 15-minute candle will wait and not be idiotic, 3 minutes for it to close. If we close bearish within this range here, then next 15-minute creates a top wick and breaks the low. I'm going to trade this in anticipation that this wick's going to break and price is going to continue moving to the downside. I think we lost Trap King again. This thing keeps cutting out.
No, I'm here. I didn't say anything. I muted myself out. You were the one talking.
Oh no, it keeps like it was cutting out and I don't know, couldn't.
Yeah, I mean that's you see what I told you guys. You guys said I should go to Puerto Rico. I guess Puerto Rico or Costa Rica. You guys said
Puerto Rico.
Okay, so I need to leave Nigeria and go there, and have some fun.
How long? Anybody there?
Yo, I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah, I'm there. I don't know where Tana
Quiet.
went,
I'm here.
I mean, the angel was passing, so
I'm here. What happened?
the whole place got quiet,
What happened?
I don't know. At about the same time, everybody just kept their mouth shut.
Yeah, we were just having a moment of silence right there for the
Some-
traders that blew their accounts today.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's like that sometimes. Dang.
Yo, GJ
Oh, come on. Don't do it to us.
is gonna do it.
Nah, don't talk like that.
GJ's,
That's,
GJ's gonna keep falling. Yeah, it's gonna keep falling.
don't do it to us. Come on. God, this pair sucks.
It did it. Hey,
Oh, it's gonna suck back up. Watch this. Watch. It's gonna come back up and wait on the 15-minute. If we got 30 seconds, 40 seconds here, it's not going anywhere. It wants me to be in this trade.
Could just chill in my range.
Oh, it's breaking back down again. You kidding me?
Nope, not kidding.
Oh my God. There it goes.
Yep.
Watch. See what happens on this open on this next one. But yeah, it's gonna be no execution there for me.
I mean, if I can do it with homie, it can be done. That's how I think.
Even if this new 15-minute opens with no top wick, it should just shoot down, take out that low, and yeah, it's kind of obnoxious, but is what it
And
is.
the happiest person in the house is gonna be Collins because he called this baby out.
Oh, he's in this trade?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep. He called this baby out.
Let me have a look. I thought I seen him post something in the group. There it is. Let's have a look here. So we've got 62% at, let's say, 153, what, 300, 280 or something? 280. Oh, yeah, he must have caught it up here at the top, huh? Wow. It's amazing how the traps react. His order is sitting, let's see here.
He wasn't even a trap. Just pull out your fib. He just did some fib work there.
Yeah, literally wicked. So he's gonna have the 62%. So his entry was somewhere like literally right here. So he's up like 50 pips on that right now. That's crazy.
Man, I mean, if I'm up 50 pips and I'm out of the trade. But I don't think this market is done.
Yeah, if there's a huge, see this big pullback here, this thing should continue crashing here.
Wow, that's money there.
See if it'll
Man.
continue dropping.
Are you trying to tell me the red candles mean money right now? Oh my goodness, red candles, money. And some people, red to them is them blowing up their accounts.
yep.
To me, red and blue is money.
Oh,
It's a shame if you didn't catch the shit.
That thing melted.
I ain't even gonna lie to you guys. I'm in that right now.
I knew you better say that.
And you broke your own rules,
Just hold up. I already know what's gonna happen with this. It's gonna pull back and watch. It's gonna hit me at break even, and it's gonna hit me at break even, and then it'll continue filling the range. But I'm secure here. Let's
As
see.
soon as you said,
What's that,
I'm
D-Man?
not gonna lie. You said I'm not gonna lie. I was like, I know he's in that trade.
It's an easy break there. But the problem is, that's a 10 pip drop. I'm gonna be a bit greedy here and see if this can continue moving into the lows here, because why not? And if it doesn't, that's okay.
Bro, you gotta practice what you preach. You can't get on to me for not closing in strength and then
Come on, D Wayne. Come on.
come on, boy.
No, come on, man. Dwayne is right. You broke your own rule.
But I tell you, sometimes I'll wait for these bigger moves to play out, because what I'll notice is like this move right here, the second time it makes a break like that volume a lot of the times will kick in and just have a like pretty big meltdown. This happens on gold all the time. Like I'll close those 10 pips or secure on this move that's small, or I'll just at least secure it at break even. But on something like this that's breaking out again, if that breakout happens twice, typically that move will just have a pretty big impulse. But this one is failing to do so today. But that's okay.
What pair did you just open up?
That was gold.
Okay.
You have interest in it?
Yeah, I'm always interested.
Hold up a second. I'll go back. You can talk about it or something.
How do you set those double lines in TradingView?
Double lines? Oh, you just come over here to the left like this?
Yep.
And then you click rectangle, and typically your rectangle will look like this, right?
Yeah.
But if you double click it, you can extend right and left.
Ah, got it. Okay.
And then you can make it smaller, bigger, whatever.
I didn't know if it was just some other tool.
Now look at let's see what happens here with GJ. Let's watch what happens here. There's the entry. Right below the wick low, right below the low over here. Meltdown.
Are you still in it?
No.
Did you get hit at break even?
Yep. What did I tell you was gonna happen?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because you screenshotted it.
It's okay. It was up. I think I was up 3/4 of the way. So I can't pull anything there anyways. So the only option that I have there is I'm not gonna close like not up 10 pips at least, right? So what I'll do is once I have that strength in my favor, like it's melting, I just will tell myself that it should continue from that point, and I'll put it to break even. So like my sell was underneath here, and originally I'll have like an 8 pip stop, but I'll close before that. And I'll have a target of somewhere like down in here, 10 pips. And once it starts to make that move down like that, I'll just put it to break even in anticipation that it's going to continue. But in this case, the very next candle just retraced hard. And this is why I put it to break even, because let's say that this thing is going to reverse out of here and it locked in a low, now a higher low. Now it's got a higher low here on lower time frames. Let's say that it just keeps shooting up back into this range, and you anticipate that move to the downside. Well, you're going to end up holding on to something, holding into drawdown, this and that. And yeah, it could drop and make the move. But what I'll do is if it starts to retrace at all into the range and I'm holding it, you just got to get out of it. So you have two options there. You can close a smaller amount, which doesn't make sense to do because you're not up, at least on my rules. Like I'm not up my minimum, so I can't close, but I can secure the trade in anticipation it's going to continue. And if it doesn't, that's fine. Just really it's just practice for execution at that point. But at least you're not going to suffer that drawdown if this thing, because let's say that this 1 minute candle then just locked in that next higher low. and these break out, it's going to end up pushing back into this range. Now on the flip side, what you face is, did this thing on a lower time frame just retrace and then knock me out, and now it's going to continue making its move without me. You have the option of both, but choose your poison. I'd rather watch it drop without me than I'd rather it hit me a break even than take drawdown. I'm allergic to it. I can't do it. Cannot do it. Let's see what happens here.
What's wrong with you?
What's that, Trap King?
How can you be allergic to drawdown? What's wrong with you?
Don't like it. We are not friends.
I always try to get as little drawdown as possible.
Yes.
I mean, once I
We lost
Keep
him.
thinking that it's
If
me
it's a-
that's cutting out.
did I cut out?
Yep.
Oh man, the market maker.
Market maker.
Yep, they're after him today.
I'm not letting him speak. No breaks.
Man, look at you, Cat. Insane. Did news just hit? Yeah, we had
Yeah, I came to see. I came to break out every time.
Canada news. Look at you, Cat. You saw it?
Yeah. Rates.
It's rates. Yep.
Dang, that thing flew up, bro.
Oh,
Look, it's so ironic to me how it just breaks like little lows like this, barely, and then it just flies up out of there.
Tapped into that kill zone. Just shot up.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Very nice.
It's flying up. Stick to DXY, still heading down. Oil's just chopping
Almost
around.
100 pip candle right there.
Yeah, it's insane.
There's 95.
All right, y'all. I'm finna dip. Good luck.
All right.
Don't trade anymore, guys. Don't lose your money.
All right.
Have a good one.
We'll see you tomorrow. See, this is why I set the break even or I scale out in strength. Can't do this. Some drawdown there.
perfection is the hardest thing to get.
What was that?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I said one of the hardest things to do is to get perfection. I mean, I try. If I get 90%, then I'm good. I mean, the market gave you how many pips on this move? How many did it give you eventually?
Like 9.5.
Like 9.5. And what I normally tell the people is if you're having like a 5 pip stop loss, the moment the market gives you 5, okay, that's like a 1-to-1. Then you can do whatever the hell you want. But I mean, if I'm having a 5 pip stop loss and the market gives me 2, I don't do anything. I let it go. Just let it go ahead, take the 5 pips. It means you're not ready. It's the wrong move. So I mean, this was fine. I mean, your stop loss was 8 pips. The market gave you 9 pips. Moving to break even, that's fine, you know.
Yeah, this range here was an overall like 11, 12 pip range. So if I'm right at the bottom like this TK where it's like 9.5 pips, if I'm up and it's really running at that low, I'll move it to break even because at that point, either we're going to bounce obviously near support or we're going to break through it and I'll get an even bigger move. I'll be able to scale out the core position and leave a runner to run. But what I want to do is reduce that risk of drawdown like this. So when price turns around, in this case, bounces near support and runs right back at me, then I don't have to worry about this. That's not good. That's not a part of the trading plan. So the idea is, at least if I'm not up 1-to-1, I can at least move to break even near the low of a range in this case because I'm short on the market. And that way I can remove any risk. I can reduce risk here, you know?
Anyway, to be honest, I have something on GJ right now.
What time frame?
1 hour.
All right,
You know me.
let's have a look.
1 hour time frame. All right, good. So let's do it like this. You see on top of that wick up there, put a horizontal line. Extend that line to the far left. No, just not too far to the left, you know, just, okay, good. Something like that. Perfect. Good. So this is exactly what I like to teach the people. Now, if you look at this, that candle that actually taps that line there, that bullish candle, all right, that candle is my candle of interest right now. That candle is my candle of interest right now, that particular candle. Good. What I want to see on that candle, I want you to just box up that candle. Just that candle alone. Just that candle.
Let me
exactly.
remove this.
All right, good. Just that candle. Okay, now let's go down to the lower time frame. Good, good, good. Stop. There you go. Good. Now, if I pull out my fib from that swing high there, all the way to the low, that's the lowest wick exactly right there. Good. I want to see the market give me between that, not there, I mean, about, it's more like what people like to call a head and shoulder pattern, but this is a large size turtle soup M. So that's why I want to see the market come back into that candle there. It may not get there, to be honest. I don't expect it to get there anyways, but if it does, then it's fine. I mean, we could get a move from there all the way down. That, I mean, you look at, you know, head and shoulder, obviously, you know what head and shoulder is. So, I mean, just look at the left shoulder, where the left shoulder lies. Exactly, right there. Good. So that's why I want to see it. And I don't know how many pips is going to be the stop loss. I don't know. Let's see how many pips stop loss is that. Let's see. From there all the way.
20 pips. 22.
Can we get 20? 22 there about? That's perfect. So, and from there we could see the market sell all the way down to how many pips? How many pips is that zone to the swing low point? To that swing low?
You're going to have 50.
50.
Yep.
If I get it, I'm closing.
So you're going to have something like this.
About 20 pips stop loss, 20, 22 pips, thereabout. And then something like that. But as a matter of fact, I want more because I want the market to take out all of those lows there.
Let's switch time frames a bit, because remember I was talking about on the 4 hour, I really liked price to come underneath these lows. So maybe you could target underneath those lows, you'd be safe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm looking at on GBP, JPY. And I'm saying that without having to even open my charts. Is it going to play out? I don't know. Are we going to make money? I have no idea. But what I can tell you is I'm going to practice proper risk management and hope this market gives me money. So that's what I'm looking at on this baby. Yeah.
Man, if it comes back up to hit this and turns back around to run down here, I really think it's taking all of this out.
But that's what I want to see. You say?
I said I like that setup.
Yeah, that's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. Steven, I see you've been having fun.
What was that?
That's you, Steven. You've been having fun, you know, on the chat.
Oh yeah.
That's how it is. You put in the work, make some money, have some fun. That's it.
Steven got invited to New York on a trading floor. He's a real deal.
Yep. Yep. And you know what I told him when he gave me that information? I told him, I said, you know what? Now we have an insider. Now we have an insider, you know. So he's going to tell us how it works in there.
It's gonna be fire, bro. I'm really interested to see how they trade. For sure.
Yep.
You're gonna be surprised that they're gonna be doing literally the same things
Wolf
you
of
are.
Wall Street.
For real.
They're gonna be doing the exact same things. A lot
Why
of
does
them.
why
Now-
does Hussein sound as if he's on his bed?
I'm not. My voice is just low.
Steven, you get interested in things like that. Let me show you something. I have
Yeah.
a podcast for you to listen to.
Cool.
There's a oil market maker that's on Chat with Traders, and it's really good podcast. And he was talking about, remember when oil crashed to negative in the
Yeah.
March contracts or whatever
Yeah.
that was 2 years ago, last year, whatever. He talks about making a market during that. I'm gonna post it in the group. It's pretty cool.
Cool.
It's in there now. You go listen to that sometime. It's pretty interesting to hear like people that are market makers. Bro, their brains are just so complex.
Nice. Yeah, I definitely will listen to that for sure.
No worries. My brain is about to get more complex, you know. My brain is about to get more complex.
Or it's just something more to get confused by.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, one of the easiest, to be honest, I keep telling people, I said, you know what? I wish I had somebody to point me in a direction when I started.
Oh yeah.
It wouldn't have taken me this long.
Well, we wouldn't have had to sit up on Zooms for 20 hours straight.
Yes, sir. I mean, you see, most of those educators out there, most of them out there, I mean, if they hear what the things we say and the things we do, if they hear what we do on the charts, I'm very certain they're going to be envious and they want to partner with us. Most of them. I mean, some of them will get envious, not they want to partner with you, but they just start hating on you, you know. I remember one time when my strategy came out. I don't know if I told Hussein this stuff. When my strategy came out, Hussein, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I remember one time when my strategy came out, I reached out to like a couple of them. I was like, yo, check this out. And I'm glad they didn't respond to me. And I'm glad. Because who knows what would have happened by now? You understand? And then I was so sad, I was so down, like, man, I'm trying to reach out to these guys to show them what I've been able to do. And these guys are not responding. And then one of my friends in the UK just reached out and said, you know what? One day they'll reach out to you. Just keep doing you. And ladies and gentlemen, they reached out one day. One day they reached out. But then I was already busy, you know. So that's life.
Oh, I can drop it in here too. It's called Chat with Traders. Hold up. I can pull the link and then put it in here. It's pretty good. There's a ton of good podcasts in there from just all kinds of things. There's another one of my favorites is Tom Hussein knows. Tom Dante is one of the most fire podcasts.
I literally had to beg people to listen to that. Nobody believed me.
That's my favorite too, bro.
It is a good podcast. I follow
Tanner,
him on,
I had to convince you that
What
was
was
the
that
best
called?
one. Remember that?
Yeah, that it's a pretty good
Episode 39 with Tom Dante.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's where I had the idea to create the trading journal.
Oh yeah. He talks a lot about a trading journal.
Mm-hmm.
He's a pretty good trader. He was trading.
It's funny too.
Yeah, he is. He was trading next to Nav on the trade floor. Nav is the one that the FBI raided his house for the spoofing. And the guy who wrote the book on Nav for spoofing, he's on Chat with Traders too. They did an interview on him, which is another really good podcast.
Wait, hold on. Tan, the guy you're talking to right now, I mean, where is he from? I've seen the name, I think, is it Pietro?
Yeah. I'm from
Where
Italy,
you from?
brother. I'm from Italy.
You're from where?
Italy.
Italy. Is that how it's pronounced? Italy.
Italia.
Ooh, oh my goodness. I'm loving the accent, you know.
Thank
Yes,
you.
sir. Let's go.
Here's the other one with Tom Dante. This is a good one. I posted that in there too. And then there's, let me see where this other one is at. There's one more pretty good one. I mean, all of them are pretty good, but thought I sent it recently. Let me see. I guess not. I gotta scroll up a little more. Oh, nah, that's not it.
Okay, you guys know how we do it. I gotta go. I'm just gonna set my pending on GBP JPY and hope for the best. So Tana, I gotta go. Hussein, gotta go.
Yep. I think
Alright,
I'm about
Joaquin.
to probably hop off here too. The only trade I
Yeah,
took DJ and it hit me at break even. So
make sure y'all don't miss Zoom tonight. TK is gonna be on fire. Let's go.
you know what? This is probably even easier. There you go. Everything you've ever needed right there. Yeah, gold didn't give me the, I figured off New York Stock Exchange open, if there's gonna be a consolidation here and then another pump, we would get that to hold and then break out again, but really just failed to do so. GJ hit me at break even. Good idea, but couldn't break out more. So that's it. I'm gonna hop off of here. No more for me today.
Thanks, Tanner.
All right. I'll catch you guys later. And yes, Friday, yes.